Jim Tracy, representing now Sand and Gravel, Thorndike Resource, and myself. Last week's comments before you in the public session included a lot of laudatory comments about the process for selecting Mr. Smith as your new BCD director and welcoming him to Jefferson County. And I think at the time I offered him congratulations and condolences. Honeymoon's over, Carl. Here's where the rubber comes back to the road. Your resolution against asking for governor to declare a moratorium on net pens is an example of what in other places is known as fuzzy logic, but in Jefferson County is known as the decision-making process. I want you to take a look at this, gentlemen. Take a look at this agenda. You have cherry-picked the Shoreline Management Act very specifically to support whereas 6, 8, and 9. You have materially misrepresented the position of the Department of Ecology in whereas number 13. You have misused, I believe intentionally, the State Environmental Policy Act in whereas number 16. And in number 18, you have adopted the precautionary principle, which violates your own strategic plan. Now, I'm going to go back over these real quickly for you. I know you're against net pens, but what the devil are you spending this time and this charade when Department of Ecology, I watched the, and we have transcribed the hearings, I know what they told you during the meetings, you cannot prohibit a water-dependent use outright under the Shoreline Management Act. They did say they want a conditional use permit process, so that if an application is received, it's subjected to the process. The burden of proof of harm is on the applicant, as it always is. That's what they said. They didn't say that fish farms be allowed. You're materially misrepresenting facts that are on the record. With regard to the State Environmental Policy Act, you talk about what is known as the mitigation tree under the rules of the secret process. And you say that part of your rationale here is that the top priority should be avoiding the act altogether for mitigation. If that were true, nothing would ever be built anywhere. Nothing. Everything has consequence. The idea is that you balance, mitigation is to balance effects with remedial actions to the point where either the negative impact is overcome or the benefit of the action is outweighed by the impact. That's it. Oh, come on, gentlemen, stop wasting your time, our time, and everybody else's time with charades like this, and simply negotiate out the process with DOE to allow a CUP process that is then subject to the normal rules and regulations.
Thank you, Mr. Tracy. Who would like to be next this morning? Please.